Hey guys, Mr. East here. Now, if you have seen my last video, I left on a cliffhanger. The one about USA. Mentioning the First World War, and I'll head onto that now. With tensions rising in Europe because of the death of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary, who was shot by a young Serbian who was a member of a nationalist group seeking to unite territories containing ethnic Serbs under Serbian control. And the name of the man? Gavrilo Princip. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Correct me if I'm wrong. The death of Franz Ferdinand had Austria-Hungary mad, and they sent a letter to the recently formed German Empire, saying, "Hey Germany, you got my back if a big war happens?" Germany replied with, "We got your back, and you should send a letter to Serbia and say, give us a shit ton of money or else." And Austria-Hungary thought that was a great idea. So they sent a list of what they wanted from Serbia, and when Serbia said no, said, "No way, we ain't giving you any of it." Austria-Hungary declared war, and because Germany said "we got your back," Germany declared war on Serbia. And Serbia, who was protected by Russia, declared war on Germany. Germany declared. I apologize, people, for taking such a long time to read my script. Okay. Any of it. Oh my god, I'm so sorry I'm taking so long. Okay. Germany declared war on Serbia, and Russia was protecting Serbia. So they declared war on Germany and Austria-Hungary. And Russia was in an agreement with France that if the Kaiser declared war on either of them, the other would help. So France declared war on Germany. France and Britain had a kind of friendship, so they said, "Hey Britain, you got my back?" Britain got my back, Britain. And the British said maybe the French forgot about them, seeing as they didn't know if they were going to help. So, here's the thing. On the Axis side, there is Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Bulgaria. Forgot to mention them. And on the Ally side, there is France, Montenegro, and Russia. And now, the plan for the Germans now that cause Russia know that because Russia is so big, it will take them a little bit of time to get ready for war. So what Germany is hoping is we take out France, then we focus it all on Russia, get rid of Russia, and then we all speak German and eat Wasser which is a very customary German dish. But France had a lot of forts along their German border, and the German border is going to be really hard for Germany to punch through and take out to get to France. So what they decide to do is to go through Belgium. That's an awful decision, as Belgium have friends, and that one friend that you don't want to mess with is Britain. And Britain wasn't really happy that Germany was attacking neutral countries. So, Britain declared war on Germany. Now, I'm telling you all this because it's easier to understand why the USA entered into the war. Now, for most of the beginning of the war, the USA was trying to call a group huddle and get everyone to say sorry and hug it out. But the USA, seeing that there was no other way, they entered the war, and entering turned the tide of the war. And this caused the Allies to win. The Allies to win. The war was won, but millions of lives were lost, and and many more millions were hurt, lost, and damaged. And families were broken, even if they returned. The mental scar left on people who fought in the First World War was a large and hard scar. And in honor of all those who died, I will be quiet for the next minute. Now, I've put way too much time into World War One, so I'm just gonna try and summarize the rest of all that happened in the most recent history of the USA. The USA became a superpower because all of the other superpowers were mostly European, and the Europeans were severely weakened by the First World War. And later, the Second World War happened, with the USA being a very important member of the Allies, and an American general being a was being was the head of all the was the head general of the Allies. Sorry, I am struggling to form sentences. They played a very big and very important part of D-Day. Long story short, the Allies won, and the war was fully ended by nuking Japan twice. And, and then a very long and very cold war happened. With Germany being split and a lot of proxy wars happening, and the most famous of which was the Vietnam War and the Korean War, with the Vietnam being most well known for the mental impact it had on all the people who fought. Because of what happened, because of what the Americans called Charlie in the Tree, which is where the Viet Cong would hide in trees and jump American soldiers, and it traumatized them and left them in a lot of fear. And when they returned home, they weren't properly welcomed. They were harassed because they saw this as a horrid waste of lives, and they got angry at people, despite what you are seeing on screen right now. When the Cold War ended with the dissolution of the Soviet Union, a lot of Americans were relieved because of the fear, because there was a lot of fear with nukes happening between Soviet Union and America. But the Soviet Union had dissolved. Now in modern day America, we have a bunch of fat jokes and jokes about the horrible healthcare system, and just a lot of jokes about America being fat. And to me, America is very, very different to old America. Thank you. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you later.